Welcome back, beautiful souls, and welcome to anybody who is new. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so let's start with the karakia and we will get into the messages. Creator of our souls, thank you for bringing us together and for protecting and guiding us as we travel our journey throughout this lifetime. We ask for your support as we serve you for the greater good. Please bring to light that which needs healing, the darkness that needs forgiveness within ourselves and therefore others. Bless us with your presence through these messages and help the collective to understand your divinity within. Amen. Okay, let's get into this. Alrighty, so we are going to just clear the cards. Coming on here, there was a real sense of, I don't know, heaviness within the heart space, a bit like heartbreak, I suppose, for some of you. So, yeah, it's interesting because I actually planned on coming on later, but I had this urge to come and do this now, even though it will be actually scheduled to release at the same time as usual, but maybe it's the energy that I need to tap into right now. So let's have a look at what is coming up for you. Okay, so whoops, we want one card for this situation, please, and then we'll pull from the top of the deck for the rest and look at the underlying energy as well. One card for the situation, please. One card for the situation. Here it is. The Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Okay, so let's just pop this here and let's have a look what else we have. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. Okay. Four of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands here. King of Swords. The Hanged Man. Don't do reversals. The Strength card. Knight of Swords. I never seem to get the spacing right. That's okay. All in good time, right? Knight of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Wands. The Fool. Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay, great. Alrighty, so the situation at the moment with the Wheel of Fortune being here, I feel as though this is coming out of a period that has been holding you back. And I feel like there's a sense of still feeling like it's just coming out of it. So it's starting to turn for you, but it's kind of like coming from the bottom here to go up, right? And yeah, this is quite, I think this is definitely what this heaviness was, because it's kind of like, you know how you're trying to lift, reminds me, I'm just seeing this image of someone trying to lift themselves out of water, but there's a ball and chain tied to their foot, and it's really heavy, and it takes a lot of effort and strength to get up out of that. And so in that regard, I feel like that's a very difficult thing for you to do. I am noticing the Sphinx here, this Sphinx from the Chariot with this sword in its hand, and we have the Queen of Swords here. So I feel like this is you being able to cut certain things out of your life in order to move forward. Crossing you here, which could be blocking you or it could be assisting you, is the Seven of Wands. And part of me feels like this is a bit of motivation. It's you know, there's people down here holding these wands, right? But I actually feel like these are parts of you that you're warding off to go, you know, I'm actually over this. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to change things in my life. and I'm not going to allow lower energies to control me anymore. And whether this is people around you or your own ways of being, it doesn't really matter. It's going to land differently for different people. But I feel as though that it's sort of come to a point where, and I think this happens often in our life, right? Is that we get to a point where it's like enough is enough, and we've got the Nine of Swords here, and it's sort of that energy of, it can be really bad, but not quite bad enough to actually make a change, right? Whereas I feel like for some of you, it could be that it has gotten that bad, so it's time to come out of this now. And this could be a person around you who is influencing you and helping you to come out of this. And this is the King of Swords. And I love that we have the Queen of Swords here too. And so this King of Swords, this could be someone who's an older male or embodies the energy of an older male, but they basically are pretty much like they won't put up with any rubbish, right? They have control of their mind. They know what they're doing. They are no longer in conflict with anybody. If there's any conflict, it's generally with themselves, but they've actually mastered that. And so this person could very well be helping you to step out of this energy so that you're no longer battling anymore. Yeah. The thing that I want to say about this though is that you are getting on top of things, and even though it may feel like a battle, this person is above these people who are holding the wands, right? They're not below them, and I don't mean in the sense of you're above everybody and they're below you, but what I mean is that it's showing me that there is you're getting on top of things, and while you're having to kind of still battle away at these things, they are actually not having as much control over you as what you may believe. Okay, in the past you've taken some time out here to just reflect and decide on what it is that you want, which direction you want to go in at some point. And this is a great energy to actually embark upon from, because of the time that it has taken for you to kind of go, this is what I need to do, or this is the person that I need to contact in order to help me to move forward, that you've allowed that time for yourself and you've made that choice to do that yourself, and it could be that you were in a situation where you had nothing but time to reflect, but actually at the end of the day, even if that's the case, it's up to you what you do with that time, right? You can distract yourself with many different things, or you can utilize it and go, okay, what can I do to change, and what is it that I need to bring into my life or source in order to go forward into something different. Yeah. So this is about you building your strength. And I feel as though there's an aim for you to tame. This actually could be for somebody. It could just be for a small group of you who has some sort of anger issues potentially, that you want to tame that lion within. This could even be pertaining to yesterday's message about this addictive part of you. It could be trying to tame that, and this is the goal here, right? But what I want to say about this is you getting a handle on it. This is you being able to get control of what it is that you're trying to manage in your life. Okay, and so this is what you're aiming towards, which I absolutely love, because it's showing me that you have a clear idea of what that is, and this is what this time in the Hangman position has allowed you to get to. The Knight of Swords is your near future. So this could be somebody coming in to help you. I do want to say here that when we're looking at the Knight of Swords as opposed to the King of Swords and even the Queen, is that just be mindful of understanding that there is not the mastery of the king. this could actually be your energy, to be honest with you. It's kind of like once we get that taste of what it is that we're trying to achieve, we're away and we're like, woohoo, got my sword, let's go. And we haven't actually mastered how to use the sword, how to monitor our thoughts, how to be in charge of any conflicts that may arise in the future. And when we, it can be the case that we can see a little bit of progress and we run with it, but it's a matter of kind of stepping back and allowing yourself to absorb what you're learning and process what you're learning how to master that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's really important. Try not to get carried away with what it is that you're achieving, because there's still more to come. All right. The Queen of Wands here is the energy that is, what is, this is about how you're actually approaching things, but I don't know, this feels like there's something different about this. And I just wonder if there's actually someone who is encouraging you to do this. Or, no, okay, gotcha. It's actually there's somebody around you or somebody that you have known who is an inspiration for you, who is sort of like your idol that you would like to follow their footsteps. And this is kind of like your inspiration to make this move. It could be a person that you know, it could be someone you don't personally know, like a deity or something along those lines. It could very well be a person that during this time in the hangman position that you decided you wanted to create yourself to be, and that is what you're aiming for. And so in that regard, I feel like this is a beautiful position to be in. What I do want to say about this is just be aware of not being everything for everybody, okay? Because you do need to take care of your own, and that's what the Queen of Wands does. She knows when she needs to rest, when she needs to sit back, when she needs to delegate. She knows all that. And while it may appear like she's the one that does everything for everybody, what she can tend to do, she also takes the time to take her time when she needs it. Okay. This is where you're coming from, this new beginning, this journey that you've wanted to, that you started, actually. You've already started this journey, right? And this is, it's kind of like, I feel like for some of you, maybe you have felt tired for so long, like you've been battling for so long. And this is where this energy comes in. This could also be very fast moving energy as well. Things could happen very fast for you. Is that it may be a little bit overwhelming, and this could be where the Queen of Wands comes in. This could be somebody who actually comes in to nurture you. This could be someone who, like actually getting your supports in place so that you've got those people to turn to along the way. Okay, but yeah, the full energy here is, it's kind of like giving me this sense of freedom of you were able to step out and go, finally I made the first step and I am now free to do what it is that I want. And potentially that could have happened in such a way that there were not obstacles, but just maybe things that you came up against that you didn't expect, and this has been a battle for you, but things are turning, and the turning of the wheel is also in your control as well. So understand that you are in control of the wheel, because at the end of the day, this is your journey. Yeah, so if there are things that you don't like about what is going on for yourself, You have the power to change that, and that is the most important thing to understand. The Queen of Swords, again, much like the King of Swords, is that this is an energy, I want to say, that you can embody. What I want to say about the Queen of Swords is she can be very harsh. And so with the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, this is about you learning to embody this energy of independence, I feel, right? And understanding how to do that in a way that is not going to work against you. So what I would say here, particularly with the Hanged Man and the Strength and the Fools, that this is a new way of learning how to communicate in your life, okay? Because, and in a way, particularly with conflict, and I really do feel like as the wheel turns, there may be some people that aren't particularly happy with some of the moves that you want to make. However, learning how to communicate clearly and effectively in a mature manner is going to help the situation, okay? And from that, I feel as though you're going to start managing this this Nine of Swords that tends to weigh you down a lot. That's that overthinking, right? And this is ultimately getting a handle on this overthinking that goes on for you, because it seems to happen quite a lot. So this is you turning around the way you think about things, the way you perceive things, right? It's all in the perception. So and this takes strength. It takes time to do, and it's sort of like retraining your mind, like retraining what it is that you do. When I'm looking at the Four of Cups here as this underlying energy, it's kind of like, it gives me this bratty feeling, but I don't mean it in that way. It's more a feeling of like, you kind of like your thoughts consuming you in a bratty way, if you like, and you are done with that. You're done with that, but it's a matter of finding another way, adopting another way to direct your mind, to direct your thoughts. And it's kind of makes me laugh because the Knight of Swords I see coming in here going, enough is enough, off with your head, and going, that's it, we've had enough. But if only it was that easy, right? But it also can be that easy, that every time you have a thought that is not making you feel good, that you can see the thought as separate from you and say, no, you are not able to come in to sit down for a cup of tea. Not today. Thank you. Bye. And shut the door on that. If you actually visualize it as separate from yourself, because you're an overthinker, I imagine visualization is quite easy for you. But even if you find visualization difficult, right? If you can close your eyes and imagine the color purple, then you can visualize. Okay. So in that regard, it can be easier for some than others, but it's just a matter of practice. And it also depends on how desperate you are to change this thinking, right? Because at the end of the day, and this may not be over everything, it could be over a particular situation in your life right now that it is just getting to you and you can't seem to shake it. So it can also be a matter of looking at, why am I holding on to it? What hold does it have over me, and what do I need to release? Because it can be at times about underlying things as opposed to the actual situation. The situation may be highlighting something that needs to be sorted through rather than the situation itself. And that could be, oh, excuse me, see, it's like this purging, right? That could be what the Four of Swords is pertaining to, because you've got the Three of Cups here, and the one cup up here is right in their face, but they refuse to look at it, and that may be what it is. It's like, here's your answer here. It's that simple. It's right there, but you keep focusing on this, and that is not serving you. It's not helping you. That is done and dusted. Here's your new opportunity. Do you want to take it or not? What is stopping you from allowing the wheel to turn, right? And honestly, I tell you what, it's a matter of getting honest with yourself. And I only say this to help you, okay? Because in order to do the work, we have to be honest with ourselves. And I know that's not for everybody. Not everybody is ready for that kind of thing. But I can't deliver a message that is not truthful and is not going to help you. Okay, I could sit here on this channel and be like, oh yeah, this person loves you, oh they want you, and your ex is going to come back, or your ex is having a bad time in their new relationship with the third party. I could do all that, but that's not going to help you. You know, what is going to help you is getting out of your head about, you know, a situation that you haven't enjoyed, or about your ex, or about whatever it is. It could be about work, it could be about family, it could be about anything, okay? So it is in your control, is ultimately what it comes down to. And when you understand that and you take control, boy oh boy, do things change, right? So yeah. And it also, then you are empowering yourself to go forward in a more positive and productive way. So let's get some clarification here about the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Wands, I was going to say. The Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for the situation. Transformation. Yeah, absolutely. The wheel is a turning, and it can turn. The fact of the matter is that it may not feel like it, but you have everything that you need in order to make this wheel turn. It's all within you. It's a matter of tapping into it, okay? Calling on the resources that you have around you, the people that you have around you, the elders with the wisdom who have been here before, that maybe they continually say to you the same thing that you don't want to hear. But I can tell you now that there is truth in their words. And if you can put aside your own self for a minute and just say, okay, why don't I just try that? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And it's not that they're there to go, yeah, see, I told you so. And if that is the case, then that's up to you whether you want to continue with that in your life. But anyway, that's a whole nother situation. But right, so just consider what it is, that the advice that is being given to you, and you can seek out different people's accounts of what did you do in this situation and what happened. And you know, even the Knight of Swords, who hasn't quite mastered it yet, but the Knight of Swords has or is learning from their mistakes, right? And this is something that you're in the process of learning how it is to handle these conflicts, including the internal conflicts within yourself. Okay, so the Seven of Wands. Tell me more about this, please, for what is blocking or helping. Whoa, they went flying, man, and I'm going to take them because that was, I didn't even see them come out, to be honest with you. This is it, right? There could be something that comes along and just bam, hits you out of left field and you weren't expecting it, hey? And this could actually be something that needs to be resolved from a past life, okay? And I want to say projections. This here is about being really careful not to project your own stuff onto other people. Not only that, but not to, particularly with this being the Seven of Wands, I would say more so, not taking on other people's projections, because that is their stuff to work on, right? It's not yours to work on. Sure, if you've spoken rudely to somebody and that's something you need to correct, absolutely, 100% take responsibility for that and do better next time, right? But if someone's saying, oh, you know, I don't know I don't even have an example, but if there's somebody at you about things that you can't control, say you're late for work and the traffic was really bad and you already left half an hour early because you knew it was going to be really bad and you're still late, and they're like, you know, you're a disappointment, you let us down, blah blah blah, why didn't you leave earlier? And you're like, you know, and they just come at you about stuff, and you know that you did everything in your control to make it better or to avoid that situation, and there was nothing further you could have done. Then that's their stuff. And I know it can feel like crap, and this is sort of what these wands are, is people projecting their wands onto you or their stuff onto you, and it's not yours to take. And it may actually feel like right now you're just constantly battling that, and yeah, it gets tiring, right? So yeah, it's finding a new way to deal with things. So we have the King of Swords. Okay, receptivity. Yeah, this is allowing someone to come in with their point of view, to give you advice, to go and have someone help you and guide you, because this is going to also help you to offload to other people as well. So that is something that I would definitely seek out. Okay, so the past, the hangman for the past. Tell me more about the hangman for the past, please. Tell me more about this. I want to only take one card for the hanged man for the past. There it is. Thank you. Adventure. This is an adventure that you decided to go on. You took your time and went, okay, what is it that I need to do here? What do I want to achieve, and what do I want that to look like? This could be actually something that has been with you since childhood, and there's this innocence about it. And I honestly, like, if it's overthinking for you, please don't beat yourself up over it. Like, I've worked so hard to stop my overthinking as well, and some days it gets me. There are some days where I'm just like, it's so tiring to pull myself out of this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I actually don't have the energy for it. Most days it's easy enough, but it's still work. It's something I have to do every single day, or I could wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and my mind's already there going, hello, what about this thing that 4 years ago, and remember that person said that, and blah blah blah, whatever. And so yeah, it does take a lot of strength and a lot of maturity to get through that. It's discipline, and so that's something that yeah, I think when you do get there with it, you're able to actually start to really understand who you are, and because your mind isn't telling you a million stories about stuff. So tell me more about strength, please. Tell me more about strength for the healing. Yeah, it takes strength to heal, right? Really see the hand over the mind there, and this anxiety, the anxiety that comes with that, because the mind constantly going creates this anxiety that also doesn't help you to open up your heart, right? To open it up and live in peace, and ultimately that's what you want. Understandable. Knight of Swords. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords, please. Knight of Swords just rushing in to go, that's it, I've had enough. Patience. Yeah. Taking your time, because this is about birthing a whole new way of doing things, and it does take time and it takes practice. This person here is pregnant, right? And she is allowing the gestation of the birthing process or the pregnancy to take form. She's not rushing it, she's sitting with it, and it's exactly the same for you. And when we're talking about patience, it's also being kind to yourself as well, hey? And just because maybe, someone did it in a month, and you taking a year to do it, or whatever, a month is really, really quick. But, if you say someone has done it in a year, and then you're a year and a half in and you're still trying to master this, that's okay. It doesn't matter, because, there'll just be maybe other things that that person didn't need to take into consideration or work through that you've had to. So, yeah. Queen of Wands. One card for the Queen of Wands, please. Queen of Wands. Thank you. Morality. See, this is releasing yourself, eh? Releasing yourself, and this is what your approach is. Releasing yourself to be carefree, to allow yourself to grow, to have that, like that sunflower there, it requires loads of sunshine to let themselves grow. And I feel like this is what you're allowing yourself to come out of. And this is that aim, and the approach that you're taking is that. Yeah, so awesome. The Fool. Tell me more about the Fool. Going with the flow. Oh, this is awesome. Creating a new life for yourself, one that you love. Because at the moment, and I talked about this, I think it was in the reading before this one, is like you don't want your life to end, but you want it, the version of it that it is right now to end, and you want it to look different. And what I love about this though is that you are standing up and going, that's it, enough is enough, I'm going to create something new. And that video yesterday may actually really help you. I will link it at the end, because that was about the devil, and you know, that could be the overthinking and this constant thing weighing you down, right? And thoughts can be addictive, right? Even if they're not serving us, they can still be addictive. Our mind is built for a purpose, but it doesn't have to rule us. It is not the ruler. Our heart rules us. That is what is there to help, you know, actually guide us, not the mind. The mind helps us with practical things. Okay, Queen of Swords. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords for the need to know. Rebirth and change. Yeah, this is what you need to know. This is a rebirth and a change into somebody who is able to master what it is that you're trying to master, right? In a way that, see this person here, like with the Lion card, yeah, they are releasing themselves from the lion here to allow the music within to sing, to rise up and actually have this beautiful sound coming out of them, rather than the one that is coming out of them now. And you know, that could be the internal sound, right? Where am I? So in that regard, I absolutely love that. We had change. Yeah, this is the Wheel of Fortune again, right? This change is taking place, and this is reaffirming for you that it is in the process. And if you are heading in this direction to keep going, there's going to be times where you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's not doing anything, I'm not getting anywhere, but keep going, okay? Because you're totally worth it. Okay, so the Nine of Swords. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords, please. I don't like how that came out. Nine of Swords. Thank you, that's better. In two minds. In two minds here. Neither here nor there, but absolutely had enough of hanging in the balance. Done with it. You know, and this could be what it feels like, is your mind, you know, two parts of your mind. One's doing this and one's at you like this, and you're sitting in the middle going, oh my goodness, I just can't take it anymore. You know, so in that regard, and that's why there's not this wanting to look at the cup, the cup that has been offered to you, because you're like, nah, I'm not even going to go there, because when I looked at these three cups, this is what happened, so what's the point? And now it's like there's this other cup here, and when we're looking at going with the flow, this is the other cup, and you're just like, nah, not even going to go there. You know, this is a new beginning for you, and you're just sort of like, part of you is too scared to take it because of what the past result has been, because of the mind sabotages, you know, all these good things that we want to happen for ourselves. So yeah, no more. Okay, we're going to get some messages from the universe here to see what the universe would like to tell you about this. Maybe about this, could be something completely different. Let's have a look here though. Okay. We'll see how many cards come out. Right. Two, three. Nice. Okay, so the first card out is, don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. Absolutely love that. Okay, the second card here, release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for your highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. Perfect. If you didn't get something you really wanted this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you were asking for now. Awesome. That's really cool. There was something that popped up that I was going to say and I can't remember what it was, so maybe I'm not meant to say it. So yeah, I'm going to leave that with you. Take care of your beautiful selves and I will see you next time. See you. Bye-bye.